Okay, I'm gonna open the first web page. Okay, I just saved this file. Where this file went, because I cannot share the desktop, I'll just show you through this box. Okay, can you all see the desktop box here, the dialog box that just appeared? Can you all see that? Can you all see that? Yes, thank you. Now, over there, do you see this is your first web page saved? Over here, do you see this thing? My first web page. It's already got saved. Pretty simple, huh? Interesting. So you just made your first web page. Let's just open this thing. I have already opened it, and I'll share that screen for you. So this is your very first website that you just have coded today. Look at your very first website. The very first website. It says About Me on top. What is About Me? About Me is the title that I gave over here. Do you see? And Hello World is the heading 1. H1 means the Hello World. So let me take you to the web page, and this is the heading, Hello World. Welcome to your very first web page. You just created it, and it's saved on your computer as well. Now, do you all want to type right now? And do you want me to go further with the code? The choice is yours. Later you can just watch the recording, or I'll just say, if you want to try this code right now, let's go. I'll give you 10 minutes to do this thing. What you need to do, step number 1, let me write the instructions. Step number 1, why it is so small? Step number 1, just write HTML. Step number 2, or wait, let me just complete it a little bit more so you can just even see what more you can do with this. Say you just open a notepad or brackets or any of those activity. Okay, I'll share one of those. Let's say you have opened any one of those activity. Basically, you will be having something like this, a layout like that, right? Click on, if you're using Bracket or any other software, just simply click on File and then click on New File. Okay, you will be having a simple typing surface. Just type the code that is on my screen right now. Come down and write P and say, hello, my name. Don't write my name, write your own name. Thank you. Okay, what this will do is this P means a simple paragraph. So on your web page, you will be basically seeing something like this. Cool, a simple paragraph, a simple heading. That's it, nothing more. So you have a really simple job now. Say if you don't have a notepad, or if you don't have how to download it, for all the Apple users, just search for BBE edit or search for brackets. Okay, search for brackets and search for brackets download and go for the very first link. Second, step number 2, it will be downloaded to a new server, and you can just download it from here. Don't worry, you don't need to buy anything. It's a free software. Okay, it will help you to code all your web pages like that. Cool. And if bracket doesn't work for you, what are you going to do? I'll just say BBE, wait, edit. All right, the download BBE edit. And click on the download button, the very first one. Good. For Windows, for the Windows user, you can use a notepad, and that's really simple, right? Notepad is there for every Windows computer. You just find a notepad everywhere. Cool. And to download, after let's say you have downloaded the Notepad++, you should be having something like this. Let me share the screen. Or not only Notepad, let's say if any text browser or any text editor you all are using, you should be having something like this, or maybe a lot of lines of code like that. Okay, what you simply do is click on File on top, click on File, then click on New, and you will have some complete empty page, and you type the code over there. Good. Enough of explanation. What are we going to do next? I need to add one image. Okay, how can we add an image? let's just download up. Let's just add a picture to the code
Okay.
to our web page. Okay. So how do we add a picture? You just simply come down. BR. This means you're breaking a line. You're leaving a line because computers don't understand that you are leaving a line. If you just leave a line like that, computers will treat it as nothing happened, nothing just happened. So you're just basically going to leave a line there. Okay. Then you come down and you will write img. That means image. Okay. And img means image. SRC means the source of the image where you are picking it from. Now this is going to be quite tricky. Keep watching what I'm doing. SRC means the source of the image. Put the quotation. You know what the quotations are? In English, we use it to quote someone's speech or someone's text.
Yeah, I know.
So img src equals quotation. Good. Step number 2. Please keep yourself muted, everyone. If you have any, let's go and pick an image from Google. So I'm going to share a Google screen for my side. We'll go to Google Images. Okay. And I'll search for, what should I search? Okay. I'll search for pet animal. And I'll search for GIF. You know what the GIF is for? It's like the moving pictures. Okay. This works. I like this image. Now, I like this image. Come on, this is my choice. You can, when you'll be working on yours, yeah, this picture is from my dinner. Now, I'll be saying, right click over here. Okay, let's say you've selected an image. It could be any image. You just selected this image. Right click. Okay, once you right click over there, click on copy image address. It would be number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 8. Or if you're using an Apple computer, it would be something else. So either it could be copy the link address or copy image address. Okay, copy link address or copy image address. You will copy image address. Okay, it's going to be a long address of the image. Now let's just come back to the code that we were working on. Okay, now over here, I'm just going to paste it because I copied it from there. I'll paste it over here. Very simple, right? Now this means you just got the whole image. Now I'll just close the quotation. Don't forget to close the quotation. You open a quotation here, you close the quotation there. Now, let's say I want to give a size to my image. I will say width would be, width is the breadth of the image, like how stretch you want. I want to make it 400, and the height of the image, I want to keep it 400. So basically both are equal. That means it's going to be a square image. Good. And do we need to close this thing? Yes, just like we close the body here, we close the head here. To close an image, you can close within the tag. That means just add a slash sign and close the bracket. That's it. Don't forget to save your code. Save your code and then go to the web page that you just have built. Now basically your web page is looking like this, right? I know. It's basically your web page is looking like that. So if I refresh, because I have saved the code over there, we will have something like this. Cool. You just added the first image to your website. Oh, the web page, definitely. Looks good. If you want to expect it to be bigger, okay, someone wants the picture to be bigger. So what you simply need to do is, I'll change the width and the size. So let's go to the code and I will change the width to be 800. Okay, save it. I will open the web page now. It will be really big. Refresh the code. Okay. But while making a page go bigger, the picture might get a little bit blurry. So you need to keep that in mind. Now, for all the students, 1,000. Come on, what you're making. If you put 1,000, the picture is going to crack. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go back to the code. All right, for all the students, there are a few things that I need to tell. Today we are learning about CSS. Now, what is CSS? Last lesson, I taught you a really simple web page because, yeah, keeping the time in mind, this is just the information less course that's going, a short a week course, about 3 lesson course. We're not going to dive in deep. So, what is CSS? Last lesson, let's say last lesson we make a web page, a pretty simple web page in which there was basically a heading, a simple text, and a picture, right? So that all we did it with the help of HTML. Now, what was HTML stand for? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, which helps you to put contents in your web page. Okay, so you can just simply type a paragraph, or you put the list, you put the table, or content, or much more inside your web page. Good. But with the help of CSS, you can design the whole thing. Let's say when you combine HTML and CSS, when you combine these two languages, you would be able to create a really cool, amazing website or a web page. Let's say you can have a heading in center like this, a good content as over here. I'll just draw it, okay, and some really cool images by the border. Good. So that's what CSS helps you to do. Good. It helps you to design your website. Now, this is a really bad representation, I will say. You can do really, really lot more. So last look at this web page. Do you see? It's like the JavaScript here. So I'm just going to say my name over here, and I press enter, and there we go. That's the whole website running. Cool. So such kind of websites are done with the help of the CSS, and we're going to learn how CSS works. Basically, it's pretty simple. You just search for a notepad, and every Windows computer has a notepad. For Apple one, you can use any other editor that Apple Mac computers provide you. And first thing I'll type is doc type HTML. This means I'm telling the computer or the text editor that this document is going to be an HTML. It's going to be a web page or a website, turning into a website. Then I'll write HTML. I'll come down. I'll close the HTML. Good. I'll come back over here and I will say, give it a title as head, okay? And give a title here. Let's give it a title as student choice, good? And I will close the title. And I will close the head, good? And after that, I'll open the body tag here. Let's come down and make sure you close the body there, good? Now, as I told you last lesson, H1 means the heading one. I'm gonna make a group called header. Okay, header is kind of a group called header, which will have H1, which says student choice, H2 by Kiddy Coders. Okay, let me save this file. How do you save a file? I'll click on file. I'll click on save as. Done. About no graphics. Now I'm going to click on the file and I will save it inside the same folder called student choice that we made. And let's name our web page. Let's name it as homepage dot html. Good. And save it. Once you save that thing, it should be saved inside the folder that we have created. There we go. We got our first web page created, the second one, basically. Now I'm going to open this home page and you will be finding just two words that says student's choice by Kiddy Coders, and on top it's as a title it says student's choice. Good. Now today we are basically talking on few things that what my student suggested. Let's say H2, and we'll talk about the first thing. It was trending. Let's say Roblox. Okay, so we just gave a heading called H2. Okay, I saved the web page and make sure you break some lines. BR means you're breaking a line because computers don't understand that you're leaving a line unless you tell the computers, I want to leave some lines. You can write them both in one line too. It works. So if you see a web page over here, it should be looking something like this. Good. So you have students' choice by Kiddy Coders, you living two lines, Roblox. Good. Now coming back to the code. Now, what are we going to talk about Roblox basically? I'm going to open a P tag. That means a paragraph tag. P means paragraph. Let's go to Google and pick something on Google and search for Roblox. Let's go to Wikipedia. We might get a really good uh, content or to type. Okay, so Roblox Wikipedia, and from there I'm gonna copy the whole paragraph. Good. I just copied the whole paragraph. I'll come back here to my code and I will paste it. Pretty simple, right? Copy paste and close the paragraph. Don't forget to close the paragraph. You're gonna close the paragraph. Once you open a paragraph, you need to close everything in its table. You open the paragraph, you close it. You open it, you close it. Good. And save it. Just saying, thank you for that information. So you copy the paragraph, you close it. Now, if you see a web page, you refresh, it looks something like this. Cool. Now we come down. Let's add an image for Roblox. So I think I can just simply search for Google Images. Images and Roblox, not Wikipedia. I'm just gonna search for Roblox. Let's see. Oh, let me search for a GIF images. These images are moving. So, ew, that's not good. I'm gonna find a normal Roblox picture. So, the picture here, I'm thinking to find. Oh, okay, this one looks good. Let's take this picture. Okay. So, how are you going to add this picture? I have even sent you a video separately about teaching how you can copy the image address and paste it in your code. So let's come back to the code. Below the paragraph, let's break some lines. Let's say break two lines. And come down, and I'll say img, that means image, src means source, equals quotation, paste the link of the image. So we go back there, we copy the image link, right click, copy image address, come back and paste the image address over there. Good. I'll say width with the, don't worry about the width and height. That's it. Close the bracket, close slash sign and close the bracket. Save it. Once you save, you can refresh your web page and see the result. Good. Oh, that picture is really, really big. We need to resize it. To resize it in manually, just after the pasting the link and closing the quotation, uh, we will just say width would be, I want to keep the width about 700 and height would be 400. Okay. And I will save it. Now let's see how this works. Refresh this thing, and there we go. This works much. This fits better. My username is not. I've sent you. Okay. Now look over here. This is how it works so far. You have a heading, you have the other heading, the paragraph, and the picture over here. Next, we need to talk on the next topic. What's the next topic we are doing?